that though was the fact that at that time all of us was just so scared.
Mm-hmm.
We were so scared of the unknown. And I can remember the first night we got there and played cool. It was during the daytime. It was in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing we did once we got down into this valley, the first thing we had to do was set up tents and what have you, and set up a perimeter with sandbags and concertina wire and what have you to protect ourselves.
So there was no base there. You were creating.
There was no base.
You were creating the base.
We created the base. We were the first one there. There was nothing there. It was just a big, humongous valley, probably, oh my guess, 200 acres. And this whole division, the whole 4th Infantry Division, this is where their home. This was going to be the home for the entire 4th Infantry Division, outside of Pleiku. And we got down there, and all during that daytime, we got there in the morning and down in that valley, and we set up parameters, and we set up sandbags and concertina wire and what have you. Guards was posted and what have you. We started to put tents up and everything. So then nightfall came, and that's when the scary part came, because the rumor was going around that that's when they're going to hit you. It's when you first get there, because you're disorganized. We're first troops just flown in. We don't know what's going on. So the word was going around is that we're going to get hit tonight. We're going to get hit. The Viet Congs know we're here, and we're going to get hit. And nobody slept that night. It was just nervous, very tense, very hot, and very scary. And everybody had a turn on pulling guard duty. And I think the most scariest part was when you had to go pull guard duty, because you had to pull a couple hours of guard duty, so you had to go out there and you had to get in the foxhole, and with this concertina wire in front of you, and you had to sit out there in the darkness and just listen and watch, and the only thing that was going through your mind is, we're going to get attacked tonight.
And
we did not.
So it was a peaceful night.
It was a peaceful night. Yeah, that was one of the first, but it was a very peaceful night. So the next day we started to put other things together. The tents up for the mess hall, tents up for the latrine, and tents up for the medical building, and all of those kind of things. So the combat engineers was in there with bulldozers and things, and building roads and everything. To make a long story short about that location, when I left there 365 days later, there was paved roads, concrete roads. There were wooden buildings. There were clubs. There were PXs. There was all kind of communication, everything, churches, everything. So we literally built a whole new city
from scratch.
Out of a valley that was nothing but elephant grass when we got there.
There was a civilian city there.
The civilian city was called Pleiku.
Right.
Yeah, we were maybe 20 miles outside of Pleiku. Yeah, okay, from Pleiku.
So you weren't real close.
No, we were maybe 20 miles from Pleiku.
So now you've thrown up your concertina wire. You've got your foxholes and your tents. What was your mission? What were you actually doing? Now that you got a place to sleep in a tent, what was your actual mission in Pleiku?
Well, for the first couple months there, all the troops' mission was to put together the city.
Okay.
So nobody at that point in time was performing their trained duties or anything like that. I was doing no communication or anything. We were just busy putting this humongous city together to live and everything for the first month or so. After that, we started to put up communications and what have you. And we were sent out. We were sent out. We didn't. Once we got the communication inside the base put up, we had to go out to forward base camps, as they call them, and put up these antennas and what have you, and set up communications. There was a mountain right at the foot of our base. There was a real high mountain. They called it Dragon Mountain. It was very, very high, and in fact, the only way you could get to it was being flown